everyone. Good morning, Instagram. Instagram, where else are we? We're live over on YouTube, live on X. Morning, Keith and Dan over on YouTube. Getting right into a warm-up here. Working on the enamored emu warm-up. This is the warm-up drawing if you got a VFriend you want to see. Morning, Greg over on Instagram. If you have a VFriend you want to see in the warm-ups, let me know in the chat. Be working on some live comics today. Let's take a look here. Let's just get into it. Now we're live on all the channels. This is the VeeFriends Daily Comic Show. I'm DJ Coffman. You might have heard the dog in the background. That's my neighbor's dog, Gunther. Gunther's made an appearance on the stream now. Good morning, Gunther. He's a good dog. If you don't know what VeeFriends is, it's over 280 characters with the mission of making positivity louder, make soft skills cool. Gratitude, kindness, patience, created by Gary Vaynerchuk. You might know him as Gary V. He put the V in VeeFriends. I get asked that a lot. What does that mean? Well, it's Gary V's brand. He's created all these characters. We have a trading card game that's really cool. We've got these minis, by the way. Again, I'm going to be opening up the new season of minis. We got seasons 3 and 4 here, straight from VCon. Let's open up one of those now. There are vending machines around the country. You can check out VeeFriends.com for a map, location, look for this little minis badge. And I'm again DJ Coffman over on Insta and X. I hate saying X. Catch a future stream next week. I'm going to do some night streams. That was one of the most requested things at VCon was, hey man, can you go live in the evening sometimes? So Eastern time I'll go live at 8 o'clock on Mondays and Thursdays next week. And here is the shortcut for the new YouTube channel. Just want to call that out again. We have a new YouTube channel. Hopefully some of you are watching over there. Rocky, Keith, Dan. Good morning. I can't really see that. Okay. New minis are awesome. Yes. But yes, please subscribe to that channel. We're going to be doing a lot more over there as we build that out. Build out the community for VeeFriends. Again, here's the schedule. You can check that out. But basically, it's 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Be ready. Catch a stream. Okay, today we're going to open up a mini warm-up sketch, and then we're going to get right into drawing some comics of some kind. Let's open up this blue one first. See what's going to be the first mini on my pencil of the day. And I'll check your, say hello in the chat. Even if you're just swinging in and out, please say hello, say goodbye, say aloha. And any questions, I'll do some live Q&A if I can. Got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes at VeeFriends. Super exciting times, I think, personally. All right, let me get these chats set up real quick here. 1 second. Just want to be able to glance up and see them. Morning, Rocky. Hope you're doing okay, all things considered, brother. All right, we got a You're Gonna Die fly. This is the first time I've pulled that bubblegum. Also, just reminds me of that time I almost died choking on a fly the other day, last couple weeks ago. It really sucked. First time we see it on a pencil. You're Gonna Die fly. Good reminder to get to it, whatever you're doing. Let's throw those in the bin. And away we go. Let's go to the warm-up. Good morning, Smeet. What's up? Over on Instagram. Appreciate you guys watching wherever you're watching from. We have 11 people watching on TikTok, 14 on Instagram, and looks about 80 on X. So, Steve, how are you doing? Yeah, soft skills. Woo. Woohoo. Definitely something we need to talk a lot more about, I think. How do I get... Okay. Losing track of my... Gonna get rid of that. Turn on the warm-up. Here's some of these warm-up. Since we have over 280 characters, I try to warm up with a different character every day. Try to draw one I haven't drawn in the past yet. Pretty soon I'll have drawn them all. But today we're doing Enamored Emu. Here's Gary's original drawing. To describe to some of the people watching that don't know what VeeFriends is, Gary drew all 280 plus characters in his style there. That's version 1s. And then we have version 2s, which are on like the trading card art and whatnot. I kind of go off of both. Like if I see something in Gary's original drawing that's missed, I might add it into my like comic version. Like looks like he's got some long legs here. Because you know he's an emu and he's enamored, so I have him kind of like this pose that I'm gonna do here. We'll have him like looking like he's in love or she's in love. Heard a story behind the scenes. You know, maybe we'll get to it someday. I don't think it's really spoilers or anything like that. But the enamored emu is enamored with wild wallaby. I heard Gary say that. They're totally in love. But maybe they're a couple of some kind. I don't know. I think I remember him saying that. I'm not going to get too detailed. I just want to get into the... And then he's got the hairs coming out the top of his head. What I'll do is I'll take that sketch, blow it up. It's really like rough, right? And then I'll get into fading that out. And then we'll do the actual tighter line art. It's basically just to get the composition down of the character. Now that I see like there's actually a longer neck too, so yeah. Let's just change that up right now. Stretch it out a little bit. There we go. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having a good Thursday morning. I'm always saying on these streams that it's good to kick off your day with something positive. That's what VeeFriends is all about. And if you're not part of the VeeFriends community, you're really missing out. We just got back from VCon this week. Last weekend. What a great time. People are really missing it. But, you know, it could be VeeFriend. It could be VCon every day in your heart. Because the community's still out there rocking and rolling. There's chats, there's discords, there's all kinds of other streams, side streams from the community going on, card streams, box breaks, all kinds of stuff happening in the VeeFriends community. And you know, not to brag or anything, but I think we have some of the best people. We have the best people. Other people may say that, but I think it's true. I think we've got the best people out there in the community. Keith's in the chat over there on YouTube. Boy, Keith, you really made an impression on my wife. Like, she's like, I can't believe Keith gave me these pins, and she feels like, you know, she always feels so bad. Savvy gifted me some cards, which a lot of cards. She gifted a lot of cards to me. They're base cards, you know, like something to reference the characters off of. We're gonna do something fun with those in upcoming streams too. So thanks, Savvy. I didn't want to make it seem like I don't have any cards. It's just I don't really collect the cards. I don't really collect anything per se. I've got like a little collection of VFriends stuff going on, but I'm not, you know, I'm not a crazy collector. Like I try to collect less these days, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do have a lot of VFriends stuff adding up, of course. My background's probably going to end up completely taken over by the... Oh, this is a cute enamored emu. She's very enamored with wild wallaby, I believe. Hello, Blossom fan. Number one, Blossom fan. Are you a fan of the 80s TV show Blossom? I used to have quite a crush on Mia Bialik back then. In high school, or junior high or something. I like the nerd girls. Like the smart ones. Married one, so don't worry. Soft skills. Soft skills, woohoo. Oh, wait, I'm not caught up on the... Yeah, good morning. Yes, I do have coffee. What kind of coffee am I drinking? I'm drinking... it's not Starbucks, it's Amaretto. Cafe Amaretto this morning. Delicious. Shep, it's going well. Very busy. Behind the scenes. I'm not as ahead as I wanted to be. Of course. It's like the story of my life. But going into VCon, I was like, alright, we took a week. I thought we were taking we took a complete week off of posting the comics so I could work on getting ahead, but then technically I was only able to work 3 days before having to travel. And then so I didn't get as ahead on the comic as I wanted to, but I'm gonna get there. I'm writing a lot ahead of time now, so we're doing a lot more ideation and writing ahead of time. That process is always fun. Gary threw some ideas at me yesterday for Dowden Dog, and so I'm working those up, and it's fun. It's a fun time. We have a lot of questions about like what's it like, what's the process like. I'm gonna probably also make some videos about that for the new YouTube channel too, just when we get some time to level out. Craig, glad your package arrived. It takes forever to get from the States over to Australia, that's for sure, man. Glad you like that. I don't know why Instagram kicks you out. I don't know. We've got a live chat going on over on YouTube, though, on the new YouTube channel. But I understand. You can watch wherever you'd like to watch from. What am I drawing on? I get that asked a lot. That's cool. Every day. I draw on an iPad Pro in Procreate. That's what I'm drawing on right now. And this is Enamored Emu. It's part of the VeeFriends. And I'll just keep repeating it because we have a lot of new people that come in and out over on the TikTok stream especially. We get about 5 or 6 new followers per day just from doing the live streams over there on TikTok. That's nice. So thanks for following us. And I've been told that these streams are pretty chill, you know. I appreciate that. I like to keep it pretty chill. We talk about life and stuff, you know. Usually when I'm sketching these characters out, I'm thinking about their trait, you know, and what it means to me. So this is Enamored Emu. I also point out some of the character design elements, like some VeeFriends have little claw nubbins, and some don't. Some, even the birds, don't even have those, but Enamored Emu does. Enamored Emu has the nubbins, as I call them. That's what I call them, the nubbins. They're not quite claws. They're kind of like little soft nubbins. Safe claws. All right. Hopefully that doesn't mean anything else in internet culture. I'm sorry. I I didn't look up my Urban Dictionary. It's just whatever comes out of my mouth. Watch, it probably means something crazy. Anyways, this is Enamored Emu. I only do the sketch, I don't do the full color, but I like the Enamored Emu. It's very similar to, it's very unique head shape for a VFriend. If you're not familiar with VFriends, go to VeeFriends.com. This is VeeFriends.com. We have a new children's book. We've got the trading card game. We've got the minis. We're going to open up a mini now. VCon's over. Comic Corner is up here in the top right. You can read all the archives there. But what's really cool about the website, shout out to, and yeah, there might be some new stuff coming soon. All characters are here in alphabetical order. So when I said there's 280, you can click on any one alphabetically. We're in the K. Let's find Wild Wallaby, I believe. I guess this is some alpha. No one's ever said this out loud. Wild Wallaby here. Is a wallaby. And this is the character that Enamored Emu is enamored with, according to some talks from Gary. So something to think about. But if you click a character and they have a comic strip, like I think Arbitraging Admiral here, which many people think that's Corso, but looks a lot like Corso. It could be like Corso. There's usually tags where they've pulled into the comics that they're in, right, on each character page. So shout out to the tech team for building that. It doesn't pull all the comics in, but only like the most recent ones are the best ones. But here we have Arbitraging Admiral. So if you have a favorite VFriend, or if you just want to cruise around and go like, how many times has the astronaut been in a comic, you can click astronaut, and then you can see some of the best astronaut comics that have happened or he's appeared in, or the most recent ones. Here he was giving a congratulations speech. Morning, green beans. Shep, is it the worst word to say in German? Nubbins? I don't know. Morning, Dom, what's up? If anybody missed it, I'm going to be doing some nighttime streams next week. Let's just take a look at that. That's the Enamored Emu warm-up. The stream schedule next week, Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So Monday and Thursday, I'll go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Gonna try that out, see how that works. Thanks for coming in and out on the chat there. Good afternoon, Hot Piece of Toast. What's up? Part of the Daily Drawing Club. Something I've been not neglecting, but just haven't had a lot of time. Simple J, great running into you at VCon. Yes, if I met you at VCon, super cool to meet everybody at VCon. Man, what a trip. What a trip that was. Hey, let's open up these seasons 3 and 4. I think this is 3 and 4, right? No, season 4. Season 4. Let's blue or purple. This is a season 3. Season 3, season 4. I don't know what I'm gonna get out of here, but go ahead and tell me blue or purple in the chat, and let's crack one of these babies open. And we're trying to beat the Fly. I pulled a You're Gonna Die Fly. That's the game I play. It's my mini battle. My mini procrastination battle in the mornings. I'm gonna wait a couple seconds here to make sure that the delay goes up. Okay, we got some coming in right now. Let's see. Can I get the chats correct? Okay, we got. Nope. All right, there we go. All right, we got purple, blue. Uh-oh. Purple, purple, purple. Now I'm going over to YouTube. Purple, blue, back to Back to Instagram. Purple. Purple it is. Let's see what's inside. The season 4 minis. I don't even have the character list. I'm just making... I don't know it off by heart yet. But let's... ASMR for you, I guess. Alright, let's see what's in... Whoa, no! Okay, whoa, who do we got? We've got a Mojo Mouse. Detailed. I love the tail up the back. Heck yeah. Also, one of the first... No, not one of the first, but... I think that's Mojo Mouse, yeah? Yes. We also have the rat, right? Let me see. No, it's definitely Mojo Mouse, because the other one has pink eyes, but I've drawn Mojo Mouse in the comic before. Sometimes he's on a little motorcycle. This one's looking really good, guys. Great paint job. They're all hand painted. When you get a detailed one, they're rare. The detailed ones are pretty rare to get. Cool. Awesome. These are so much fun. So much fun. What are those? These are the minis. I love that I open these and people are like, where are you getting these cool pencil toppers from? Guys, this is VeeFriends. VeeFriends.com. You can check out I'm drawing the daily comic strip. And of course, it makes sense to have, you know, got the daily comic strip on the website here, VeeFriends.com. If you want to see what these minis are about, go to the minis section. You can become a vendor, or you can just check out a store near you. There's these cool machines that you can get. But there's also these seasons, so this is the rarities, right? Emerald, lava, bubblegum. The details are my favorite. And then there's gold and diamond. So, yeah, there's seasons 1 and 2, but I was given seasons 3 and 4 out of VCon, so very nice of Eric. Eric, what's up, Zetterstein? Zetterstein. Mojo Mouse. I like him. All right, we should probably, I can just sit here and stare at these darn things all day. Let's get into drawing the comic strip. I'm working on the origin story of Gratitude Gorilla. Actually, one thing I want to do real quick is I've got these post-it notes that were put into a gratitude jar at VCon. I said I would read some of them. Yeah. I'm going to open it off camera so that if there's a phone number on there, we don't have you texting someone or calling someone. And then we'll take a look at today's comic too. Oh, this one just says, I am grateful. I'm grateful for my VFriends. That's cool. Let's open up another one. We're trying to, like, you know, we had that jar there and we were like, hey, listen, what a good exercise it is. This is Dano. I know who this is. Dano 5 on it. He is a dialed in dog maxi. I drew his dialed in dog actually. He says, I'm thankful for my mom and dad. That's nice. I believe they have this updated, but I think I drew his dialed in dog over here for Dano. Shout out to Dano and his dogs. The dialed in dogs. Hey, next week is dialed in dog week. I got some cool ideas from Gary yesterday for some comics. I really appreciate you guys reading and let me do this off camera. I don't want to throw up anybody's phone number. Okay. Sam Harbuck says, I'm grateful for my wife and her support. That's nice. It's always nice to shout out your significant other. A lot of people, I talk to a lot of artists that are in really bad relationships. What a tricky subject that is. So let me get into this, and I'll check your glance up. Hot piece of toast. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for drawing in the Daily Drawing Club too. Appreciate you. Appreciate you a lot. Accountable Ant is your favorite Blossom fan. That's cool. He's in the new minis as well, so that's cool. What I want to do here is I want to just get right to inking this panel. I should be done with this. I've got the story all done, and I've just been a little bit, I have a delusional relationship with time. I love that. We have a character called Your Poor Relationship with Time, and one time my wife said, you don't have a poor relationship with time at all, you have a delusional relationship with time. She's right. I believe in the Parkinson's law that time expands to allow the time that you've given something to get done. So if you give yourself a hard deadline, you'll make it somehow. But if you give yourself 6 months to do a project, it's going to take 6 months. If you give yourself 2 days, then you'll somehow magically get it done. You'll summon the energy to get it done. How was VCon? VCon was amazing. I had so many, so many conversations with people. It's going to be really hard to remember everybody's names to faces. I'm getting better at it. The more you talk to me, the more I know. But just so many good conversations, and I really came away with it's like a confirmation that we're on the right path with what we're up to at VeeFriends. Gary wants to go deeper with these characters. I believe it's okay to say that we've done a lot of surface work. The brand's out there, everything looks great, the merchandise is awesome, the graphic design and the brand look and feel and all of that is just so good. The merch is awesome, the pins, all the collectibles that we put out are great, but the reality is that not many people know the stories that most of them live in Gary's head. So we gotta just get with Gary more often. He's very busy, but this is his baby. This is his baby, and he's told us that he wants to go deeper with these characters, and I think it's because I'm just riffing here. I don't think Gary said that I know him pretty well as far as his vibe and content and stuff, so going deeper, that pretty much all humans are dealing with these same issues over and over and over again, and all we need is some friends to really give us that boost, to that motivation, that self-confidence, that you need these friends, and you might not have them around you. That's something very common. I personally come from a dysfunctional family. I'm not saying that in a bad way, I'm just saying that in a matter-of-fact way. it's not sad to me, but it's like I had to have friends and I had to have some mentors that were not blood for me. My friends were more my family and my support structure, you know? And some people don't even have that. So when we say that strangers become acquaintances and acquaintances become friends and friends become family, I really think you see that playing out in the VeeFriends community. Green Beans had a Dan, I'm grateful for you. I know I say that we need to hook up when I'm in New York, but we got to do it. I just got to plan and do it. Man, we got to do it. Got to do like a drawing group or something up in New York when I'm up there. Got to work a little harder, just a little bit harder. But yeah, there was a post from Green Beans where he's expressing that when he went to VCon #1, he got gifted a ticket to go, and then he didn't know anyone at the first VCon. And then the second VCon he knew a few people, and now this VCon he was like busy because everyone knows him, and you know, was one reason that I kind of maybe possibly drew his likeness accidentally in the comic strip the other day, you know. I really didn't even mean to do it, which was the funny part. I just was like, bucket hat. When I think of a VeeFriends, hardcore VeeFriends, you know, I met him in Kansas City, and then he got a Humble Hedgehog sketch drawing for me, and then it really meant a lot to him, and he sent me some nice messages, and I was like, you know, so I think about the community a lot. When I visualize what does a VeeFriends person look like, I see Green Beans, I see Keith, I see, you know, so many of you. So, oh yeah, New York City Comic Con is creeping up, guys. I was in a merch meeting yesterday with Rips and Eric, and saw some of the ideas that are coming. I can't say what they are, but it's exciting to see. We have such good graphic designers and artists behind the scenes. You know, we don't really shout them out too much, and they're kind of private, I guess, maybe. I don't know. We have Mikey and Chris Slavin. Boy, if I knew their handles, you know, I don't know if they're comfortable, you know, me sharing their stuff. But Mikey and Chris and Eric, probably some of the best designers I've ever met, to be honest. Shout outs to that team. Just everything looks so good all the time. I mean, you know, they're the guys that designed those Road to VCon boxes and the merch and the shirt that was just at VCon and everything. It's incredible. It's incredible. You'd think that there was a massive team there, and it's not really. It's a smaller team of folks working on this, and really good designers, man. And so yeah, I saw some of the ideas for the show, and I'll be there in some capacity for sure. But it's exciting. I'm stoked. I'm really stoked. Just in general. So that's how my VCon went. That's what's up. I mean, they're okay. Eric's over in the YouTube chat. He's our let me just make up a title for you, Eric. Shirtless Wander. He's the wizard of the pixels, the wizard of the I don't know. I got nothing, Eric. I got nothing. The wizard of the pixels, the wizard of the ones and zeros. He's Eric's over on the ones and zeros. Eric designed, he's our whole, not our whole. We got Cam and couple other people doing the website design. Is Eric originally, when I was in New York back in, I don't know, February or whatever, he got with me and he's like, let's talk about what the best archive looks like for the comics, and we're still kind of building it out. And I just mentioned that a little bit earlier in the stream, just that it's cool that you can click a character and it goes into the comic tag, so you can kind of see what's going on. But we've got some other wild ideas, just probably not enough time or resources to do it right this second. But we also talked about doing fun stuff, maybe like automatic translation, or I don't know. But that's why we have a wizard and a shirtless wonder. I have a funny story. We were all, the very first night before VCon, Eric, Cam, Eric and Eric. We have Eric, the graphic designer. We have the creative director, very talented designer. And we were all having a drink across the street after work, and the waiter heard, I don't know, there's something offhand, like Eric said, "Happy birthday, Eric." And the waiter thought it was actually the other Eric's birthday. So they brought Eric a plate that said "Happy birthday," and we all sang to Eric. It was funny. We also had a moment where that waiter was taking all of our orders, and we were he wasn't writing it down, and we were like, I don't know how he's remembering all this. And we had faith in him at first, and then he just messed it up. We were like, nope, we knew it. Oh, shout out to Tom too. Tom was there as well. Sorry, Tom. But bunch of good folks. Always good to hang out with. We called them I guess they were calling them the dungeon crew over in, well, the tech guys, you weren't in a dungeon, you were just in the little operations room by the ticketing booth. But we had at VCon there was a basement that we were calling the dungeon. So you had May down there, May, Ezra, Jeremy, Allie, all the, behind the scene. Oh, and the graphics team was down there too. So if there was a last minute graphic needed, I mean, you wouldn't think there's a graphic emergency or something, right? But if Gary's I need a slide for the deck or for the thing, they were down there hustling, It was like a war room. We weren't allowed to take pictures or anything, so I didn't take any pictures of the war room. But it looked like a war room. It looked like we were about to go to war. We're going to war with pudgy penguins. That's what's up. Coming for you, pudgy penguins. No. That guy's pretty intense, though. That guy that runs Pudgy Penguins, he's legit. I forget his name, but I've heard him talk, and very impressive everything they've done. But I heard him talk at last VCon, and I was like, oh, this guy's intense. He's really serious about this. Man, Pudgy Penguins is killing it. But we'll be bigger than Pudgy Penguins, just so you know. VeeFriends will be everywhere soon. You're in the ground floor pretty much right now. We're only 3 years in. We're just getting into some character development. Right now, as I'm drawing this, I'm drawing the origin story of Gratitude Gorilla directly from Gary. I'm thinking this will come out tomorrow. If not, it might just be a Sunday comic. It was supposed to be Wednesday comic, but things change. Things change. I'm a big fan of this one. Actually, let's take a pause here for a moment, if you won't mind. Actually, double check. Double check. Gotta send some love over to the Instagram. Oh yeah. Here we go. If you wouldn't mind going over to the Instagram right now, VeeFriends Instagram. Just whatever you're doing. Open up a new tab, something like that. Find this comic over on Instagram. It's Let's Make a Gratitude Jar. So this is exactly what I did over at VCon at my table. And I kind of just made this up the last minute. We've got these cups. And I said, okay, someone's going to win the gratitude jar. And what it is it's a fun way to practice gratitude every day. And I just made this up. This came out of nowhere. So I'm not taking credit for it. I'm just saying, like, I'm doing it now, and it's really cool. Basically, choose a container of any kind. A jar or cup will do. But hold on. Go over, find this comic on Instagram, comment, like it, and tell me that you're watching the stream right now. Say like, hey, I'm watching the stream, whatever. So you pick a jar of any kind, right? A cup, jar, inkwell, whatever. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna write something on a Post-it note like that. Like that. That says Loyal Lobster on it. Don't worry about that. Although I'm thankful for Loyal Lobster. You'll write something down on the Post-it note. You'll crumple it up and then you'll put it in the jar. That's what we do. And you can decorate it and make it your own. So like I drew on our jar, right? So you place your jar somewhere visible that you're going to see every day. So maybe on the way out the door, maybe it's on your nightstand. You write a note here. He's thankful for his hammock and his friend, Genuine Giraffe. You crumple it up. You drop it in the jar. And then once a week or so, you read a few notes out loud. And for every note that you take out, you need to replace it with a new note. So we see here he's thankful for clean water, his grandma, gratitude gorilla, co-workers, you, thank you for watching the stream. He's also thankful for bananas, of course. And this is something cool that you could try. You know, HR departments out there or families. I'm going to open up another one right now from the bag off camera so we don't show anyone's phone number. Would be good. You're going to make one? Good. Make a gratitude jar. All right, this one has a phone number on it. And it's Joe Balasek. He says, I'm thankful that Gary V is following me. Yeah. And his phone number's on there. Cool. It's always a cool feeling when you see that Gary's following you. I remember when Gary followed me and I was like, oh wow, look at that. All right, open up another one here. These are like addicting. It's like ripping collectibles. You know, it's like ripping the cards or these minis. But instead I'm ripping gratitude notes. All right. All right, let me see. This is from Gardner. We know Gardner. He comes on the stream quite a bit. He might be here now. Grateful for a conference with such diverse people, speakers, and focused on positivity. Right on, Gardner. You nailed it. I'm seeing that word a lot too. Diversity, diverse people, speakers, and positivity. Like, so we have a lot of diversity in our community across the board. Love that. All right, let me know. I'm ripping one more. There's nothing to. This is like the opposite of the fanatic stream. You know, I'm not like, come on, everybody, let's rip these gratitude notes. Let's go. Let's go. All right, this one's fire. All right. Watch the fanatic stream. There's a lot of collectibles and things that you can flip and make money on. But on this stream, we rip open gratitude notes. The Ali B, what's up? I know you too, Ali. Grateful for getting the opportunity to help Mrs. Jenny before she passed away. And spend the last days with her. That's very nice. Got me. I'm going to start crying on this stream. All right, I'm going to open up one more to kind of cleanse the emotional palate there. But that's super nice. Gosh. Can't be crying on these streams. All right, Eric Vesson. All right. I am grateful for my soul finding this time to be born in. That's pretty deep stuff, man. I love it. So nice. Anyways, I firmly believe that if you write things down on paper, not in your mind, they tend to happen. There's something powerful about it. It puts good energy out and it comes back to you. Although you shouldn't be expecting that. You shouldn't be like just doing it to expect something. But I'm telling you, the more you put out good energy like that, the more it just comes back to you. Period. End of story. Alright. See, I wasn't even expecting that. I was like, I'm just going to open up some fun gratitude notes, and then I hit an emotional one. I'm like, God darn it, you're going to get me all crying on the stream, man. Ugh. Life is tough sometimes, you know? We got to get through that stuff. It's part of it. You can't just be like, is that my Rips impression? No. Could be like, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I can't do a Rips impression. Rips is like a unique person. Let me think about it. I'm going to try and do my Rips impression while I'm inking this panel. Alright, everybody, we got this table right here. This table is going to be made of like some kind of rattan or wicker. And you can bid on the gorilla table right now. There's only one of them. Let's go. Oh, that's not... Those streams are fun though. I would turn them on. The Fanatics live streams. I'm sure the schedule exists somewhere. I'm not really go to VeeFriends cards accounts, but I would just turn them on to listen to them in the background and laugh. And I got to know a lot of the names that I got to meet at VCon from the stream. You know, I met Soggy Waffles over in the National. You know, there's a lot of names in the community that are popping up. Just like any community, you know, you start to get like a crew of regular names, like almost like the Howard Stern show has like, I don't want to say the Whack Pack, but like there's always like this crew. You know, Gary had his crew, his original crew of like D-Rock, and then AK became a thing. And like there's always like it's neat to have a crew of people. I think these streams also have some people that are always here. I always see them. Keith, Shep, Steve, Craig, Andrea, Megan. I mean, I see your names all the time. Yeah, Gratitude Gorilla is super fun. Blossom. Oh, Jaya. Hey, Jaya almost made me cry at that tournament. So nice. We have the best people. I'm telling you. We have the best people, and and you know what else is cool? I've seen it in 2 cities now. 2 cities. One was Indianapolis when VCon took that over. That was my accidental VCon, let's call it. I wasn't supposed to be there really. Or was supposed to be there, but I didn't any plans. But I was at a bar. One thing I like to do sometimes is I like to find the oldest Irish pub in a town, and I go there and I just listen to stories. I like to do that. if I'm by myself. And I like listen to the people. And anyways, when I was doing that in Indianapolis, I heard people say like, what convention is in town? These people are so nice. The energy is so good. Right? And they're like, oh, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of internet thing, and like people don't know, and they're like, wow. And then at the convention center, people were like, wow, everybody's so nice. You know, like, and they say, oh, it's not like the other show that we had with the boating convention. All those people were jerks, you know. So we really take over wherever we go. We just bring that energy of positive empathy and vibes, and I'm sure waiters and waitresses felt it too. Like, you know, like waiters and waitresses are always like, I'm so sorry, the kitchen is like whatever. But I think if it's like VeeFriends, people are going to be like, oh, it's totally okay. We're patient pandas up in here. Right? If I pause, I'm reading your comments. I like Rips's humor. I've said it in the stream before too, but Rips, and I met Rips's family, Rips's mom and dad. As I remember, they introduced themselves, and now I got their names now, but Rips told me, but they said, I'm Rips's dad. I'm like, cool, your son's awesome. And then they're like, I'm Rips's mom. Maybe she did say her name, like Stephanie, I think, and she's like, I'm Rips's mom. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I was like, you guys must be so proud of your son. Oh my gosh. It's like a mega star, plus super smart, and also has some of the best ideas. It's just super creative. The comic stickers that came out, you know, were all kind of like one of his like brainstorms. Like, what can we do for the comics to do surprise and delight? Let's do some comic stickers. And I'll be honest, originally I was like, I don't know what that means. I had never done anything like that. But he had this whole plan for, like, you know, the ones that were prismatic and stuff like that. And then right before Gary's keynote, Rips's mom pops out of a seat in front of me. Or like I was standing looking for someone, and she's like, hey, it's me. Remember? I'm Rips's mom. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, I got a good idea for a comic strip. Are you ready? And I'm like, yeah. And she gave me the comic strip idea. And I was like, that's actually really good. I'm probably going to do it. I'm going to try and do it. I might try to do it for Saturday. I might just call an audible and be like, this one's by Rips's mom. But yeah, she's like, I woke up and this was on my brain. I have to tell you. And I'm like, that's so cool. That's so cool. And Rips has some funny fire ideas, man. Like, they're funny. Like, they're off. You know, they're like the sense of humor of younger generation. Like Corso is hilarious. Corso, you're hilarious. It goes over people's heads sometimes. Even me. Like, if I'm hanging out and they say something and I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, oh, that's clever. Clever. You clever guys. And I don't call them kids. Don't do that. 'Cause I hated that when I was in my early 20s. Or even in my 20s or 30s, I hated it when someone, yeah, you're just a kid. I think you're just clever young men. Clever. But the sense of humor is, I'm a big fan of, you know, comedy and humor and culture, and I try to like keep up on everything that's going on in what's funny to younger generations, what's funny to older generations. One of my favorite, do not watch this show if you are an overly sensitive human being. But Kill Tony is one of the best stand-up comedy shows ever. I didn't even hear of it until a couple months ago. But it's the best live, it's the biggest live comedy podcast in the world, and it's like stand-up, but it's also like a roast and a stand-up, and they pick people out of a jar, and you come up and do 60 seconds of stand-up, and sometimes some of the funniest new people are it's just hilarious. Sometimes it's uncomfortable, right? So don't watch it if you're overly sensitive. The humor gets very dark. But I watch that religiously now. That's what I don't turn on pretty much anything else, and now I got my wife hooked too. So we're like, if I'm on the couch at night doing some inking or something, she'll throw on like a Kill Tony, and I just die. I can't even describe it. It's just not describable, but all the top comedians are on there. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting show. Kill Tony. I bet you Gary knows a lot of those dudes too. Because we had comedians like Andrew Schultz at the last VCon. That was super fun. But you got to know how to you can't be offended by everything. You know? That's kind of, it takes the joy out of, I mean, there's some offensive stuff, don't get me wrong. But I think there's an art to it that you just can't be, you just got to not take yourself so seriously and just kind of, you know, if you hear something that kind of stings or makes you feel a little uncomfortable, it's okay to feel uncomfortable sometimes. But Corso is such a good dude. Yeah, I wish I could just keep him. Wish he could just be around all the time, like a roommate or something. I don't think my wife would like that. It would be okay for a couple days, and then it would be, maybe it'd be all right. What are you doing? He'd be like, let's play pickleball, let's go. I'd be like, I can't. I heard he's like, I know he's really into pickleball. But also it's also wild that like my oldest kids are, 27, 26, and 22. So like, I'm old enough to be their dad. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. But that's cool because I like being able to go have a beer with my kid. My son Dylan, and my other son doesn't really talk to me, not because he hates me or anything. He's just he's on his own journey, I guess you could say. I don't really like this female gorilla, but I'm gonna work it out. Gonna work it out here. Let's pause a sec while I'm thinking about this. That's Gratitude Gorilla's dad. He's grumpy. He's like a grumpy gorilla. Let's do a season 3 versus season. Feeling pretty good today. I'm in good spirits. Even though people try to make me cry with their notes in this bag here. I want Corso. Never mind. I won't say it. Pink versus green. Pink versus green. I'm going to give it a couple seconds for the Instagram and YouTube to show up here. We have 266 people watching live right now. I'm waiting for the green versus pink. Okay, here we go. Pink. One pink for you, Craig. All right, we got green, yellow fruit fly, green. YouTube, waiting. We got green from Horizon. We got green from Bell. Okay, green it is. Let's get real close here. this one open, see what's in here. It's exciting. I've never opened these before. Again, compliments of Scott, Mr. Squishy. That dude's a trip. Love him. Aw, man, we got another detailed. We got a motivated monster. Gary kind of gave a shout out to Motivated Monster in his keynote. I don't know if anybody caught that. This one's really good too. All right, it beats the mouse. Sweet. What happened to? Where'd he go? All right, so far we've opened up You're Gonna Die Fly Bubblegum, which was beat by Mojo Mouse, and now Motivated Monster. I'm gonna stick him on the pencil here. Let's do this. Motivated Monster beats the. See if I can get a really detailed. There we go. That's about as good as we're gonna get. Motivated Monster beats the Modest Mouse, I think. Very cool. Sweet. How fun. How fun. Dalton and Birdie called Keith Daddy K-Save. Yeah, that's something I can, that's something I've heard other people say, but I've experienced it myself, that the VeeFriends team does a good, Gary and Andy do a good job of curating the best people. They just get good people, and the energy's good, the vibe's got to be right. And boy, there's some gems in our team. There's some characters, let me tell you. Some characters. It is a good day for minis. Opened up 2 detailed. Clean Horizon, loved the vibe at VCon 2024. Can't wait for the new minis. Yeah, me either. I want to get a whole bunch. I want to get a machine back there. Talk to them. They were like, yeah, because it'd be cool to have a machine right behind me that I can just dial it in and pull them right out. That'd be fun to do. Also, whenever I do special shipments and stuff, like sometimes when I surprise and delight, I pack the minis that I opened on the stream up and give them out. They all get saved and given away to some extent. I didn't get to watch any of the talks at VCon because I was busy either at the booth or I was busy just drawing for people or talking to people. I mean, that was what I really enjoyed, was talking to so many people, meeting so many of the community. People would stop me as I was walking from point A to point B and say, DJ, love the comics, love the, everything you're doing. And that energy's cool. I'll never let it go to my head. I promise that. Ego is not for me. I like that thing that Gary said at the keynote. Hopefully you'll be able to see the keynote. I'm sure they'll clip it, but how did he say it? He said that there's a lot of influencers who are like flexing. Oh, they got these followers, blah, 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 blah. But they're being kind of like, they're not impressing the real people. And I don't ever feel impressed by a person's following or whatever they're grandiosely doing. I'm more impressed with the interaction I have with them, or the interactions I see that they have with other people in real life. That's what makes me go, oh. But I have encountered a lot of influencers, especially at my old job, that were just like fake people. Like they just didn't care about their fans. They were almost annoyed by their fans. Like, ugh, gotta put up with these people. And that's wrong. And I actually do believe, to some extent, when creators like that burn out, it's because they didn't have the right mindset. You gotta love what you're doing, and also love the people that come along for the ride. So I could talk about the whole true fans theory. 1,000 true fans. I love that. Kevin Kelly. I so much believe in that. I don't think that I ever got there personally, but I had quite a few like small fans of my webcomics, and I made some money off of that. But a true fan will buy 80% of what you put out. And of course VeeFriends has that built in now. We have more than 1,000 true fans, I think so. But some of the influencers out there don't think about that stuff, and it's troubling. We would consult with creators a lot in my old job. 1,000 OnlyFans. That's Eric's. Come see shirtless videos, or shirtless pictures of Eric on his OnlyFans. Keith, have a great day. If I pull a black cat detail at the end, it will be a wrap. Is there a black cat in the new minis? I don't think there is. Yeah. Oh, there's some other comics out there. Craig says he's collecting the Hero by Night comics that I did ages ago. Those are good ones, I must say. I've done a lot. I've done a lot of comics out there. I did a book called Crackers. C-R, it was spelled like this. With James Patrick. There was a couple writers that I really worked with a lot. Crackers. And that's by James Patrick. His real name is Reedy. James Reedy. But he went by James Patrick. But I always called him Reedy. People didn't know what I was talking about. I'm like, Reedy said this, Reedy said that. Sorry, James. I was a writer for Crackers, and it's about two birds in a cage. Very clever. And then James Patrick went on to go work for DC and all that stuff, and I did not. And then there was Brian Lynch. So I did work for Brian Lynch. I'm just gonna write their names down, just cause I like to. Brian Lynch. I did a ton of webcomics for Brian Lynch. He was part of the View Askew crew. Kevin Smith's, Kevin Smith. Old Smithy. And we did moviepoopshoot.com. I drew the logo for the old moviepoopshoot.com. And I got to know Brian really well, and I drew tons of comics for Brian. But Brian went on to write Minions. He created Secret Life of Pets. All of those movies. Hop. Secret Life of Pets. So those are some comics you might want to see. But for Brian, I did Monkey Man Unleashed. That's the first time I drew a blue monkey. Want to look at it real quick? Monkey Man Unleashed. We drew the webcomics. I drew the webcomics for him. And so it's the first blue monkey I ever drew. Let's do it. Let's look it up. The new YouTube channel, make sure that you are subscribing to the new YouTube channel, VeeFriends Comics. Please. We'll be doing some more in the future. We've just got that kicked off right before VCon. We're at 143 subscribers right now, so you know we got some room. We gotta get moving there. But anyways, Monkey Man Unleashed. I know there's a new movie that came out. It's not the same thing. Monkey Man Unleashed comic. Let's do that. Images. And here we can see what it looks like. There's 3-issue series, black and white, that came out. Monkey Man has 3 buttons on his chest. One turns him invisible. One turns him into a kitten. And what's the other one do? The one gives him super strength, I think? I don't know. I can't remember. Monkey Man Unleashed. And Monkey Man had another thing called Ape Dude. Ape Dude comic. Lunch. Oh, I was hoping someone would have an Ape Dude here. Darn. It was such a long time ago. You know. What's if I'm just curious. Movie Poop Shoot. Comics. Now the old website's gone. Comics. There's the logo I did. It was like a toilet with like film and TV and comic books in it. Kevin Smith wore that on the Jay Leno show. A lot of artists started on the Poop Shoot site, actually. So one of the people that drew on there was, for Ted Noodleman, was Ryan Otley, who went on to draw Invincible. Great comic book by Robert Kirkman, but he's the artist on Invincible now. So a lot of artists came out of moviepoopshoot.com, and yeah, we were back there having fun on the webcomic days, you know, causing some trouble on the internet there. And I'm still here, you know, and I'm happy to be with VeeFriends. Definitely my it is my favorite project because, you know, I just like thinking about stoicism and positivity, and there's not any other comics out there that or IP that I can think of that's really doing that in a cartoon way. So I just like it. Look at this little guy. Glowing glowworm. He looks very shocked. It's like totally shocked. Slaying Slug. I just saw the second episode of the new Moonbug show as well. Can't tell you who's in it or anything like that, but I'll tell you that it's really cool. It's better than the first one, I think. Scary things too, I think. We're like, ooh, the second episode might become the first episode now, I think. It's really good. Really, really good. Fun energy there. Different. I know we've had a lot of questions. I had questions just yesterday about the new Moonbug show. I can't really get into any details with you. Dominic, yeah. DJ, you agree with me that stoicism runs deep in VeeFriends, right? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. A lot of the stuff that Gary says, you know, is kind of very similar to what Ryan Holiday says. But then it's funny because if you go behind the scenes, it seems like Ryan has gotten inspiration from Gary, and Gary doesn't really say like, I'm a stoic. Gary's just like, this is just how it is. Like, this is just common sense. Like, this is like, but if anything, Gary's kind of a philosopher, you know, like a modern day philosopher with the 20 or so things that we see him repeating over the years, for sure. That's why he says, like, if you've been following him, you know what he's going to say. You know, it's true. If you've read a person long enough, that's what we call the inner counsel. In your imagination, you can kind of have an inner counsel, person that you're a fan of. It's actually from the book Think and Grow Rich. There's a chapter about your inner counsel. You can actually summon those characters, alive or dead, inside of your own mind and bring questions to your inner counsel. And then you listen. It's like in your imagination. And you'll hear what they would tell you. And so a lot of top business people actually use that. Like I could be like, Bruce Lee, should I be putting sugar in my coffee? And he karate kicks it out of my hand. My coffee. And he's like, drink more water. I'm like, all right, Bruce, I'll do it. I got Bruce Lee in my counsel. I got Harry Houdini in my counsel. I got Gary sitting there in my mind somewhere. Who else? I got some Ben Franklin up in there. Some Benny Frank. Yeah. I think they might rotate sometimes. Yeah, you're supposed to do like a visualization technique too, where you're like visualizing walking through a door and seeing these people at a table like they've come to a meeting with you. It's pretty neat if you can use your imagination like that. Because oftentimes if you've got some deep question or problem, you can tap that counsel and you'll get the right answers. You might not even listen, as if it were real advice from real people. You might just ignore it. Like every time Bruce Lee jumps down in here and is like, no sugar, man. What are you doing? And then I'm like, yeah, just a little bit of sugar today. Come on, just a little bit. And then he just stands in the corner and just gives me a look and nods his head and is like, no, you failed. Do better. I love the Benjamin Franklin scheduling, time blocking. I wake up at 5 every morning. I've been thinking about getting up at 4 every morning now too. So, Downtown J Kaboom, nice getting to meet you at VCon. I believe I tagged your outside. There's a picture on my Instagram. I think I tagged the fox. He's like, tag your signature. So I drew a little fox out there on his thing. I almost bought that golden fox from you, man. I really want one for my shelf. Please, nobody gift that to me. I'm not allowed to be accepting the. I just don't. I'm not comfortable accepting gifts like that, of that level. But I'm gonna get one at some point. But I was like, will this fit? I kept telling my wife, I'm like, I think that fox will fit in my luggage now because I got rid of those cups out of my luggage. So I think I could probably get that fox in the luggage. Such a dork. Here I am wanting to flex. I just want to like put that on my shelf back there as like a flexing fox. But just because he's one of my favorite characters to draw, and I like him. Trade you one? I don't have anything to trade, I don't think. I got nothing good. I also just bought one off of eBay a couple times. I looked at it and I was like, do I really need this? I'm like, I don't need this. And I'm like, but I want that. And I'm like, this is part of the buying dumb shit. But I'm like, but it's not dumb. It's not dumb. So I hear Gary going like, stop buying dumb stuff that you don't need. And I'm like, I don't need that. And then I'm like, I do need that. It makes sense. I also want that humble hedgehog from Gary's office too. I want that. It's on my wish list. Someone tell him. Nah, I don't really need anything. Little by little, my backdrop will end up changing into. Yeah. That's right. I should get it. You're right. It was just a matter of time, and it's a matter of I couldn't put it in my luggage, and didn't have time to be like figuring out how to ship it to myself from LA. But we bought one of those Flex and Fox pins from Kaboom there. My wife got that. She was super happy about that. Super happy about that. Almost lost it because she needs those permanent pin backs, you know. We didn't have any on us, and it did come off at some point while we were roaming around. What's the time? I forgot to set my timers today. I didn't do that. It's 9:20. I'm gonna be out here around 10 minutes. We'll open up. Let's do this. I'm working on a panel here. You're gonna see this origin story for Gratitude Gorilla tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna really try to get it done today. Pink versus blue. Let's go. Let's go. Hustle Sprouts. I still don't have an NFT. I do have one NFT. Gary gave me a content condor, number 1, which I'm really appreciative. I'll never sell it. It's definitely special to me. Actually, that's not true. I have some weird NFTs in another wallet. A skater cat, and I don't know, you know. Let's go. Blue. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Pink, 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 pink. Whoa, there's no love for blue at all? Like, pink. All right. Pink it is. These are the new season of the minis straight from Scott himself, Mr. Squishy. I said, hey, dude, hook me up with some of these so I can open them on the stream this week. Adriana, what's up? Jaya's here hanging out. Guys, make sure that you also subscribe to the new YouTube channel. Real quick, take a look at this. This is the daily comic stream. I'm going to do some night streams next week. Monday and Thursday, I'll do 8 p.m. Eastern time streams. And make sure you're subscribed to the new YouTube channel, VeeFriends Comics. We're going to have a lot more animation on there. We're building that up. It's going to become a hub for comics and our animation, our mini animations. We've got quite a few things going on over there. Comment on the videos and all that. Let's see what's in this one. Oh boy. We've got a detailed empathy elephant. That definitely beats the motivated monster off of the top of the pencil for me today. So far, the journey has been, we picked a You're Gonna Die Fly bubblegum, which was then beat by a Mojo Mouse. I love that tail up the back. That's such a good touch. Who then got beat by a motivated monster. Detailed. And now we've got Empathy Elephant. Did they put the little 5s on his feet? No, they're not there. It's very detailed though. Wow. All hand painted. These are the rare ones. Pulled a couple of them today. Neat. Empathy Elephant. Perfect. Shepherd has been slowly updating the tracker with all the sketches. Thanks for doing that. There's still some out there that you haven't seen. He's talking about these art cards that I make from around the community. The super rare ones are these. These are the ones I made at the first. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. There we go. These are the ones I made and passed around at the first VCon that I went to last year. I didn't know anybody, really. I mean, I knew some people, but I mean, I didn't know the community. So, I only knew the people I was with, really. It was with my wife, it was with Benny and Cody and Jay, cameraman for Benny. So it's not like I told Benny, I was like, I wasn't dissing you. I just meant I didn't know anybody in the community. I didn't know anything about the characters, so I drew those. And I just handed them out, mostly at the spec brunch last year. So somebody's got those. Maybe they just said, Matt, threw them away. It's too bad. They're worth $1 billion right now. So, you know. Cool. That's a lot of fun. How do you get a sketch card? You don't. What? Hustle Sprouts. I tried to buy one of the Driven Dragons and the Ethereum transferred out of my wallet, but I didn't receive the NFT. Knowing my luck, I would lose it regardless, but yeah, it was VCon access I wanted. When was this? I don't even know who you'd speak to about that. Wherever you were trying to buy it, it doesn't make sense. It has to be. There has to be something going on there. Maybe if you contact Jeremy. Jeremy would know. You know, Jeremy knows in the community. Reach out to the VeeFriends chat and tell that story. I mean, someone has to be able to help you with that, I think. Oh, cool. Glitter Alert Ape opened the other day. Yeah, this is for Jaya, Empathy Elephant. This is your character. So good to meet you. This is really cool. That's a good one. Looking through the chat here. Gonna go back to the comic. What is this? I love when people come in the chat and go, what is this? Do I make these? Yeah, we're VeeFriends.com. Over 280 characters with the mission of making positivity louder and making soft skills cool, like gratitude, kindness, patience. Created by Gary Vaynerchuk. This guy, Gary V. Put the V in VeeFriends. We have a trading card game. We've got those minis. And I am DJ Coffman. I'm the cartoonist here at VeeFriends. I draw the daily comic strip. Here I am streaming. This is the daily stream. Try to do these streams as much as possible when I can. If I'm not traveling, sick, or at a doctor's appointment or something, then I'm here. Either 8 in the morning or 8 at night. That's what's up. I open some minis, talk about life, work on some comics. It's basically like my warm-up stream, really. I'm trying to get back to my comic strip that I was working on. All right. B-Town scored a detailed alien from one of these detailed minis from VCon. Hey, thanks for coming. If I met you at V, a lot of people are coming to the stream saying that we met at VCon. So good to meet everybody. I got a lot of pictures. Got a lot of pictures going on. Sorry about your NFT troubles. Regret trading my Beeple for a VF1. Maybe you won't someday. Regret? No regrets. What's my Instagram handle? My Instagram handle is DJ Coffman, but you're gonna want to. If you're talking about NFT stuff, don't ask me. Ask VeeFriends. 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 Right. 1 second here, guys. Oh. Cool. You want to hear the theme song for VeeFriends? I could play it for you, maybe. I'm gonna browse and I'm gonna go theme song. This is what they were playing at this is what they're playing at VCon. I'll turn it up. We'll listen to the theme song here. How about that? Let's do it. Let's go.
You'll find it in the middle, where red and blue become purple. Keep focused on the mission, and win the competition. Empathy, compassion, ambition, and passion. A little bit of everything, perfecting the balance. Success isn't sweet if you're alone in the end. Cause life is for living, and what's life without friends? VeeFriends, the challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome.
Get up and get it.
If you're stuck in the mud, try shifting the gear. If you're thinking too much, let go of the fear. If you got a friend problem, why not try being kinder? Cause complaining is easy, building bridges is harder. I'm just being honest, nobody owes it to you. But if I can do it, you can do it too. VeeFriends, the challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome. Don't be afraid, we all make mistakes. Perfect isn't the goal, patience might be what it takes. If you're feeling unsteady, if you're feeling unsure, it's time to build up your team. Take the shot and score.
Pretty happy.
Meet me in the V-Dome. Meet me in the V-Dome.
Get up and get it.
VeeFriends, the challenge brings the change. Meet me in the V-Dome.
There you go. That's pretty cool. Cut that. Let me put on my other background music there. It's really neat. That's a good theme song. The Lofties, they made songs, I believe, for Fairly Odd Parents and a couple other cartoons. They're called the Lofties. They're a couple that make some killer music. Hold on, I'm going to go back to my other background music now if I can. OBS assets. Oh no. Got really quiet. gonna do something else while I change my music back. I just thought, well, I can search for that theme song. Theme song. We'll just put the instrumental on here real quick. Okay. Yeah, they were playing it at VCon, so pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, let's open this up. I gotta get out of here. 9:30. Let's do this. Right on, Dom. See you later. I'm running a couple minutes over here. There you go. Thanks. Thanks in the chat. It's not an AI generated song. It's made by the Lofties. The Lofties are a couple. They write music for cartoon shows. It's really cool. They know what they're doing. We've got a bubblegum alien. Does not beat the empathy elephant. Sweet. Awesome. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you go over to Instagram. Check in on Instagram in the comments if you can. Say that you're watching the stream today. Check on this comic today. It's the gratitude jar. And you know, hey, try making your own gratitude jar. Appreciate you guys watching. Great. What do you think of the song? They love it. It's pumping. Good. This is awesome. Yeah. It's a hype song for sure. Make a gratitude jar. Try it out. Let's open up one more gratitude paper out of here. And let's hope that it doesn't make me cry. Alright, let's do this. Gotta open it off camera just in case there's a phone number on here. Have a good day, Helmet. Have a good day, Shep. I think this song is gas. This song is on fire. Alright. Gary likes his feedback too. We were talking yesterday about it. There's a couple pieces that we want to maybe bump up a little bit. It's kind of hard to hear. Like, I like that get up and get it part, and I actually teased that a little bit. Let's see. Okay, safe. K-Save said, I'm grateful for how much joy I derive from my VFan. K-Save, you're the best. You're one of the best out there, my friend. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks so much for the support. Ruthless Rob, grateful for me. Thank you. I'm grateful for you. We're all grateful for each other. We're just a grateful bunch. And that's how it is at VeeFriends. Let's go. Hey, I'll see you soon. We'll see you on tomorrow's stream, 8 a.m. By the way, again, for the people that asked me at VCon, I listened. Next week, night streams are on Monday and Thursday. I'm doing 8 p.m. Eastern time. And that's 5 p.m. West Coast time. So listen to me on your drive home or whatever. I don't know. Don't wreck your car. If you're, don't be doing that. Okay, cool, guys. We'll see you soon. I will talk to you tomorrow morning. VeeFriends are forever.